Most drivers have absolutely no idea what they are pouring into their fuel tanks, and the consequences can be catastrophic. Every year, thousands of engines suffer premature failure because their owners trusted the wrong products or used the right ones incorrectly. The automotive aftermarket industry generates billions in revenue selling fuel additives. But the dirty secret is that many of these products are completely unnecessary at best and engine destroyers at worst. Your local mechanic probably will not tell you this because selling additives represents a significant profit center for many shops. The truth is that modern fuel already contains detergents and stabilizers that keep most engines running smoothly for hundreds of thousands of miles. However, there are specific situations where the right additive can genuinely save your engine from expensive damage or complete failure. The confusion starts at the gas station shelf, where dozens of bottles promise miraculous results. Increased horsepower, better fuel economy, cleaner emissions, smoother running, easier starting, and the list goes on. Marketing departments have crafted compelling stories around each product, but the science tells a different story. Understanding which additives actually work requires knowing how your engine operates and what problems genuinely need chemical intervention. Carbon buildup remains one of the most common issues affecting both old and new engines. As fuel burns in the combustion chamber, microscopic particles of carbon accumulate on critical components. Fuel injectors, which must deliver precise amounts of fuel at exact intervals, become partially blocked. Intake valves develop crusty deposits that prevent proper sealing. Combustion chambers accumulate layers of carbon that create hotspots and reduce efficiency. These deposits do not appear overnight, but build gradually over thousands of miles until performance noticeably degrades. Fuel injector cleaning products attack these deposits using powerful detergents. The chemistry involved is relatively straightforward. Polyetheramine and polyisobutylene compounds break the molecular bonds holding carbon particles together, allowing them to be swept away with exhaust gases. Quality injector cleaners contain concentrations strong enough to dissolve stubborn deposits without damaging rubber seals or metal components. The process typically requires running an entire tank of treated fuel through the system, giving the chemicals time to work on accumulated grime. But here is where marketing diverges from reality. Many newer vehicles, especially those requiring premium fuel, already receive adequate cleaning from the detergents mandated in modern gasoline. The Environmental Protection Agency requires all gasoline sold in the United States to contain minimum levels of deposit control additives. Top-tier gasoline brands exceed these minimums significantly. If you consistently fuel your vehicle with quality gasoline and follow recommended maintenance schedules, additional injector cleaners may provide minimal benefit. The situation changes dramatically for older vehicles or those subjected to neglect. A car that has consumed decades of fuel without proper maintenance will have substantial carbon buildup. Vehicles that sit idle for extended periods develop varnish and gum deposits as fuel slowly degrades. In these cases, a quality injector cleaner can restore lost performance and improve fuel economy. The key is selecting products with proven formulations rather than miracle cures in fancy bottles. Fuel system cleaners represent a broader approach to deposit removal, while injector cleaners focus on one component. System cleaners contain chemicals designed to clean everything fuel touches. This includes fuel lines, pumps, injectors, valves, and combustion chambers. The additional cleaning agents make these products more aggressive but also more expensive. Premium system cleaners like those containing polyetheramine technology can remove deposits that simpler cleaners cannot touch. The distinction between injector cleaners and system cleaners matters because using the wrong product wastes money and potentially causes problems. System cleaners are overkill for routine maintenance but invaluable for seriously neglected engines. Some formulations are so powerful they can dislodge chunks of debris that clog filters or damage pumps. This is why following manufacturer instructions precisely is critical. Dumping an entire bottle into a quarter tank of gas concentrates the chemicals beyond safe levels. Octane boosters occupy a controversial position in the additive world. These products increase the octane rating of gasoline, allowing engines to run higher compression ratios without detonation. The chemistry involves adding compounds like methylcyclopentone, manganese, tricarbonyl, or toluene that resist premature ignition better than standard gasoline. High-performance engines in older vehicles designed for leaded fuel genuinely benefit from octane enhancement. The controversy arises from widespread misuse and misunderstanding. Many drivers believe octane boosters increase power in standard engines, but this is false. An engine designed for 87 octane gains nothing from 93 octane fuel or octane boosters. In fact, unnecessary use can cause deposit buildup and catalytic converter damage. The manganese compounds in some boosters leave reddish deposits on spark plugs and oxygen sensors. Over time, these deposits interfere with proper combustion and emissions control. Modern engines equipped with NOx sensors automatically adjust timing to prevent detonation, making octane boosters largely unnecessary for street vehicles. The exceptions are genuine high-performance applications where the engine management system can take advantage of higher octane, or classic vehicles originally designed for leaded gasoline. Even then, careful product selection is essential because some boosters contain lead substitutes that damage modern emissions equipment. Fuel stabilizers serve a completely different purpose than cleaners or octane enhancers. These products prevent fuel degradation during storage, a critical consideration for seasonal vehicles, generators, and emergency supplies. Gasoline begins breaking down within weeks of refining, forming gums and varnishes that clog fuel systems. Ethanol-blended fuels absorb moisture from air, leading to phase separation where water and alcohol separate from gasoline. The chemistry of fuel stabilizers involves antioxidants that slow oxidation reactions and metal deactivators that prevent catalytic degradation. Quality stabilizers can extend fuel life from a few months to over 2 years when properly applied. The process requires adding stabilizer to fresh fuel, running the engine briefly to circulate treated fuel throughout the system, then storing the vehicle properly. Attempting to stabilize old fuel is pointless because degradation has already occurred. Many drivers waste money adding stabilizers to daily drivers or vehicles stored for only weeks. Modern fuel injection systems handle brief storage periods without issue, making stabilizers unnecessary for typical winter storage in moderate climates. However, extended storage in harsh conditions absolutely requires stabilization to prevent expensive fuel system repairs. Marine applications particularly benefit because boats often sit unused for months in humid environments. Ethanol treatments represent the newest category of fuel additives, responding to the widespread adoption of ethanol-blended gasoline. Ethanol absorbs water, corrodes certain metals and rubber compounds, and provides less energy per gallon than pure gasoline. Older vehicles suffer most because their fuel systems were designed before ethanol became common. Carburetors, fuel pumps, and rubber hoses can deteriorate rapidly when exposed to ethanol. These treatments typically combine water dispersants, corrosion inhibitors, and sometimes additional detergents. The water dispersants help prevent phase separation by keeping small amounts of water suspended in fuel rather than settling to the tank bottom. Corrosion inhibitors form protective films on metal surfaces, reducing ethanol-induced oxidation. Some products claim to improve fuel economy by enhancing combustion, though these claims are often exaggerated. The effectiveness of ethanol treatments depends entirely on the vehicle and driving conditions. Modern vehicles designed for ethanol blends gain minimal benefit because their components already resist ethanol damage. Classic cars and small engines like those in lawn equipment genuinely need protection from ethanol-related problems. However, finding pure gasoline might be more effective than treating ethanol blends, though availability varies by region. Diesel vehicles face unique challenges requiring specialized additives. During winter, paraffin wax in diesel fuel crystallizes at low temperatures, forming gel that clogs filters and fuel lines. Anti-gel additives modify wax crystal structure, preventing large crystal formation that blocks fuel flow. These products also typically include cetane improvers that enhance cold weather starting and reduce white smoke during warm-up. The need for anti-gel additives depends entirely on climate and fuel quality. Refineries produce winter blend diesel with lower gel points for cold regions, but extreme temperatures can still cause problems. Drivers in moderate climates waste money on anti-gel products they will never need. Conversely, ignoring gel prevention in harsh winters can leave you stranded with a fuel system full of wax requiring expensive professional cleaning. Gasline antifreeze products claim to prevent fuel line freezing, but modern fuel systems rarely need them. The alcohol-based formulas absorb water and prevent ice crystal formation, similar to ethanol in gasoline. Since most gasoline already contains 10% ethanol, adding more alcohol provides negligible benefit. The main exception involves pure gasoline in extremely cold conditions where water contamination is suspected. The timing of additive use proves just as important as product selection. Adding cleaners to a contaminated fuel tank spreads existing problems rather than solving them. Water contamination requires removal before adding any other products. Running cleaners through an engine with mechanical problems wastes product and potentially worsens damage. Professional diagnosis should precede additive use when engine problems persist beyond simple maintenance issues. Temperature extremes affect additive performance significantly. Cold weather thickens some additives, preventing proper mixing with fuel. Hot weather can cause certain chemicals to break down or evaporate before providing benefits. Storage conditions matter too, as additives can separate or degrade when exposed to temperature fluctuations. Following seasonal recommendations ensures products work as intended rather than causing unexpected problems. The concentration of additives requires careful attention to prevent engine damage. Overdosing does not provide extra benefits and often causes harm. Double-dosing octane boosters can foul spark plugs within one tank of fuel. Excessive fuel system cleaner can damage fuel pump seals or strip protective coatings from aluminum components. The recommended ratios exist for good reasons, based on extensive testing, not arbitrary marketing decisions. Understanding the legitimate uses for fuel additives helps avoid wasting money on unnecessary products. Most modern vehicles running on quality fuel need nothing beyond regular maintenance. Older vehicles, those suffering from neglect, or those facing extreme conditions may benefit from carefully selected additives. The key is matching the product to an actual problem rather than using additives as insurance against imaginary issues. The manufacturer's recommendations in your owner manual represent the definitive guide for additive use. Some manufacturers explicitly recommend certain products for specific conditions, while warning against others that could damage emissions equipment or void warranties. Independent testing by organizations like Consumer Reports provides unbiased evaluation of additive effectiveness, often revealing that expensive products perform no better than cheaper alternatives. Consumer education remains the best defense against predatory marketing and unnecessary spending. Understanding basic engine operation, fuel chemistry, and maintenance requirements empowers informed decisions about additive use. Forums and owner groups provide real-world experiences with specific products in particular applications. Professional mechanics offer valuable insights when their advice is not motivated by sales commissions. The bottom line is that fuel additives are tools for solving specific problems, not magic potions for improving already functioning engines. Quality fuel system cleaners can restore performance in neglected engines. Stabilizers protect stored fuel from degradation. Anti-gel additives prevent diesel fuel from solidifying in extreme cold. Octane boosters serve genuine high-performance applications. Each product has its place, but none substitute for proper maintenance and quality fuel. Understanding these distinctions saves money and protects your engine from both neglect and unnecessary chemical exposure.